everybody, my name is Jenny. I'm one of the second-year residents here at UH Cleveland Medical Center.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily. I'm also one of the PGY2s in emergency medicine at UH Cleveland Medical Center.
We're so excited that you chose to interview with us today.
So we can't wait to show you guys a tour of our hospital. Come on.
Come on with us.
Alright everybody, so welcome to the UH CMC Emergency Department. We are currently sitting right in the middle of Green Pod, which is our highest acuity pod. This pod is a 16-bed pod and it's staffed by a single EMR3 in conjunction with a single attending. This is where the medically sick patients go, and the goal is that by the time that you finish residency here and graduate, you'll be able to take care of the sickest of the sick patients. Alright guys, so now we're in Blue Pod. This is kind of our medium acuity pod. So this pod has 18 total beds and it's staffed by a senior resident, a junior resident, and an ED attending at all times.
Okay, so this is our Gold Pod. This is our lower acuity pod. It can range anywhere from 10 to and flex into 16 beds. It's primarily run by our APPs during the day. However, at night, it's staffed by a senior resident, and you're really working by yourself in the pod. It gives you a really good chance to practice your autonomy and kind of help you with flow through the emergency department overnight. So within Gold Pod, we have our Super Trek area. It's an area with 4 beds for our lowest acuity patients that can come in and get treated and be disposed in a very quick manner to help continue moving patients through the emergency department.
So this is our medical resuscitation bay. This is where the most sick, critically ill patients come immediately upon arrival to the ED for their initial resuscitation and stabilization. As part of the graduated responsibility within our curriculum, a PGY3 is the team leader of this room, and then a PGY2 takes the head of the bed and performs any airway management necessary. As you guys can see, this room is equipped with all of the equipment necessary for emergent airway management, as well as any emergent procedures that might need to be done.
So this is our primary trauma bay. UH is a level 1 trauma center, and we see our fair share of penetrating traumas. Traumas can be either full activations or limited activations. For full activations, those are the sickest of the sick trauma patients. The airway is run by our EMR3, and the right side of the bed is actually run by the R2, who's responsible for doing the fast exam and any right-sided procedures. For limited traumas, the R3 actually runs the room and the R2 is at the head of the bed doing the airway. So you get a really wide variety of all kinds of traumas and really great experience in the trauma bay. So we are standing in the Rainbow Babies and Children's Pediatric Emergency Department. This is a dedicated pediatric emergency department and also a dedicated level 1 pediatric trauma center. It has 2 trauma bays as well as 14 patient rooms.
So as part of our curriculum, we do a longitudinal pediatric emergency experience. So we spend 2 weeks dedicated in the PEDS during our first year of residency. And then every time we're in an ED block throughout the rest of residency, we do somewhere between 2 and 5 shifts over on the PEDS side so that we can be the best doctors possible taking care of sick children.
So this is our clinical decision unit. This is a separate unit just off of the emergency department where patients come who are not quite well enough to go home, but not quite sick enough to meet inpatient criteria.
So a lot of the patients that we end up putting over here are patients who are coming in for asthma or COPD exacerbations and may not meet admission criteria, but just need a couple more breathing treatments before they're safe to go home. Alright, so now we're standing in our resident lounge. This is a spot that's solely for the emergency medicine residents so that you guys can come in here. You can put bags in here during shift, and then you can come in here and finish notes and kind of hang out after shift.
You can also start your shift with fresh scrubs and then put them away so that you don't have to go home with dirty scrubs at the end of the day.
So over here in this part of the resident lounge are 4 computers. Each of these computers are equipped with Dragon technology so that we can dictate all of our notes after shift.
And then at the end of your awesome shift, you can drop a friendly comment in the You Rock box, giving a shout out to one of your co-residents who did an awesome job on their shift. So this is our cafeteria. It has both a regular hospital cafeteria with like hospital food, but then it also has a coffee shop. This is kind of a central hub area. You can get to most places in the hospital from this area, and it's a good place to tell people to go if they're looking for directions.
And then, as Jenny mentioned, one of the features of our cafeteria is the coffee shop. So behind me, we have Einstein Brothers Bagels, which, for those of you who are not familiar with it, it's something kind of similar to a Bruegger's Bagel Company or a Starbucks, where they have fresh breakfast sandwiches every day with coffee so that you can pick them up on your way to your shift. So a little hidden gem along our hospital tour that is actually my favorite spot in the hospital I wanted to show you guys is the Pet Pals wall. And Pet Pals is essentially a pet therapy program that a lot of the inpatient services use. It consists of mostly really cute dogs that come in and help provide cheer and kind of cheer up some of the hospital patients. And the Pet Pals wall is this wall here where all of their portraits are. Look at all of the good boys.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to join us on the tour of the hospital. We look forward to seeing you soon virtually.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye, everybody. Wasn't a damn boomerang.
I made it a lie to
We're gonna get in so much trouble. We're all getting fired after this.
I made it a real life boomerang. That's what we did for the boomerang. That makes sense.
No, it's really good. That's good. You guys are working really hard. It's incredible. Wow.
It's tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, crushed it.
Is this thing on? You don't know how to use it. Why is that open? I know you don't want people to think that you're in love with each other.
That's how we are, though.